about it. Is that a smart thing to do? I think it is. Okay. Have extra in your thing. How many are you going to get per day? How many are you going to get per week? It all depends on how comfortable you are when you're speaking with them and asking them for the information. I'm talking a little bit fast right now. So I'm going to tell you, when you're speaking, slow down. Take your time. Were you happy with what I did? Were you pleased with the information I gave you? Was the information I gave you and we discussed and went over, does that bring you peace of mind? Does it make your heart feel more warm that what you've done, you've made a difference? So when this day comes, oh, Anthony and Marie have got something less to worry about. Okay? They're actually going to look forward to seeing me because they know I'm bringing them a check for whatever the face amount is, 10, 12, 15,000. I've never had anybody tell me, oh, I don't want that. They're very happy because making a decision like that when somebody passes away is somewhat, it's sad, it's hard, and you don't know what to do. But when you know you have some type of program set up, it makes that event not better or easier, but yet it just makes it a little bit more comforting knowing you've got something coming in the mail or an agent's going to bring it to you. So a $25 gift card is number one. The second way you can do it, heard this from an agent a while back, is that people want the instant gratification of getting a card, getting paid for what they do now. Okay? Nobody likes to invest today to get a return later. People want to invest today. They want to be day traders. They want to get in and get out, get in, get out. So what he does is that he goes every day and he buys anywhere between $5 to $20 worth of the $1 scratch-off lotto tickets. And what he does is that he has 4 or 5 different ones within his pack and tells people, what I'm willing to do is that, are you happy with what I did? Are you pleased with what I did? The same thing we discussed a minute ago. And then instead of saying the $25 gift card, he says, what I will do, he says that I feel that since we are now, since I'm your agent and you're my client, I feel that there's certain times where I should just give you things for being nice to you. And the way I make my living is when I visit with people, when I see people. The card that I got from you, I had to pay a premium price for it to visit with you. So what I'm willing to do, instead of paying for another lead, what about if I give you one lotto ticket for each person's name you give me? So each person's name you give me, thank you, each person's name you give me, I'll let you pick out a lotto ticket. And I said, this is a pretty neat thing to do. I like this here. So I went to a house one day. I said, I'm going to try this out. If I'm going to sit and talk about it, I at least want to try it. So I went and I bought $15 worth of 5 different lotto tickets. Each one cost $1, the scratch-offs. Went to this lady's house, and she bought a policy from me. And we're there talking. And I said, same thing I said before. You know, we happy with what we did. We went over the carrier they bought. And I said, what I want to do is I want to kind of make this worth your while. It's going to be something good for you and something good for me. I get in my pocket, I pull out these lotto tickets, and I said, you know something? I said, I make my living by helping people out, taking the burden off of their families, so when that day comes, life's a little bit easier financially. I said, what I have here is some scratch-off tickets here, and what I'm willing to do is that if you would like to give me some names of family members or neighbors, their name, address, and their phone number so I can go, visit with them, I'll let you get one lotto ticket per name you give me. The lady looked at me as if I was from another planet. She couldn't comprehend what I was willing to do to her. So I sat back for a second, and I just didn't make a quick reaction and say, you don't believe me? So I said to her, nothing. She says, you're telling me that if I give you a name to go visit, you're going to give me a scratch-off ticket? I said, yes, ma'am, I did. Just hold on a minute. She got up and she got her phone book. And her phone book wasn't the old-fashioned book. It was a cardboard piece of paper. Okay? Probably, I don't know, 8 by 10, 8 by 11. I don't know how big it was. And she had about 40,000 phone numbers written on there, sideways, upside down, backwards, forwards, front, and back. And she went down the list, and no, he's too far. He lives out of town. She gave me 6 people, okay? 6 people. I had only one hand up. 6 people. And I said, man, I hit the doggone grand slam. So I said, okay. So we sat down. She gave me all the information. She wrote it down on the paper. And I said, can you do me a favor? I said, you know me very well because I've been in your home for like the last hour. Could you be so kind to call them and tell them that I'm going to be contacting them to bring them a little brochure and just to give them some information. If they can just give me 2 minutes of their time, I said, I'll be a happy guy. So she says, I'll do it for you. Whether she did or she didn't, I don't know. If you want, you can wait there while she does it. But to me, all we do is numbers. What we do is called statistics. The more numbers we hit, the more houses we hit, the more people we speak to, the better opportunity we have to make money. Now, I got those leads. I went to see a couple of them in the afternoon. I made one sale, and I saw the rest of them throughout the week. I think 2 of them I could never get a hold of. Out of those 6 people, I made 2 sales. The premiums amount, I don't remember right now. I made 2 sales out of those 6, and it cost me $6. I don't know what you pay for a lead. You can pay $27, $30, $20 for a phone lead. You can pay whatever you pay for a phone lead or pay for a direct mail lead. Yet I paid $6 for 6 leads, and I made 2 sales. So my return on my investment was by far fantastic. I advise you to try that method there. Now, another way to do it is that you say, Joe, I don't want to do the lotto tickets. Joe, I don't want to do the $25. I just don't want to do that there. I don't have the extra money, or it's just something I don't want to do. What you can do is that, as I said earlier, get a lot of brochures from the carriers, memorial guidebooks, put them on put your company card on all these here, and ask people, who would you like for me to give this memorial guidebook to that I've shared with you to let them look and see what is in there. People will give you names and numbers. From there, you go visit those people. If they give you just a name and phone number, I'm going to kind of say, do you mind giving me their address? So in case my phone dies, so I can maybe go knock on their door. Most of the time, they'll give you their first and last name, their address. They'll give you their the city if you live close to different cities, and they'll give you their phone number. Make sure they give you the area code depending on where you guys live, or if you're traveling from city to city. People will do that there. Another way to get referrals is to, when they fill out the beneficiary form, and they put their son Anthony, their daughter Marie, their grandchild Francine, they put their cousin, their aunt, whoever they want to put on there. Some carriers you need to have the Social Security. Some carriers need to have the date of birth. Some carriers say, we don't want nothing from you. Just tell me the relationship. Go one step further and sit and say, well, can I get the address for these people here and their phone numbers so when that day comes, I know how to contact them? Okay? I don't think anybody's going to tell you, no, I'm not going to give it to you, because you're asking for the address and phone number for a particular reason. When this day comes, I want to deliver them personally the check. Okay? Now, if you got a premium for $20,000 and there's 2 people, say I want to make sure Anthony gets his check for $10,000, Marie gets her check for $10,000. 99.9, they're going to give you name, address, phone number, zip code. They'll probably give you directions how to get to their house from where you are now. Now, you can sit and say, well, should I call up these beneficiaries to see if I can do something for them? So I got 2 schools of thought on that there. The pessimistic side about me, that's about this much of my attitude, and my optimistic is this big here. But then again, if we're going to talk on these calls, I want to kind of be straightforward with you. If you call up a child and the child says, oh my God, I don't believe my mother bought something, I told her don't buy nothing, now you got a possibility for a chargeback that day, or you're going to get a chargeback in a month or 2 when the son finds out the mother bought something. So a chargeback's inevitable, okay, if that's going to happen. Yet, the optimistic side about me says you're probably going to get more people that are not going to say anything other than good, and they're going to sit and say, yes, come by, no, not today, let me reschedule, or some are going to be outright blunt and say, no, thank you, I don't need anything, or I've already bought something. Now, from there, what you can do, depending on how aggressive you want to be, say, fantastic, I reviewed your mother's policy, went over it with her, and what we did was that we added on to what she had because what she had was good. Okay? So my job is not to sit and cancel and get more. If you like, as a service for your mom or your dad, I'll be happy to come by. I'm a licensed agent for the last 21 years, born and raised right here in Tampa, Florida. I'm willing to come by, spend 5-10 minutes with you and your wife, review your policies, and what you have is fantastic. I'll shake your hand. I'll be on my way. Or nonetheless, when we sit and talk, you may feel you may need to add some, and hopefully I can help you out and become your agent and assist you.